In the turbulent era of the 1960s, as the civil rights movement gained momentum, two influential figures emerged as beacons of hope for marginalized communities: Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Little did they know that while they fought for justice and equality, the very agency sworn to protect them, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, was orchestrating a web of deceit and manipulation to undermine their efforts. At the helm of the FBI was the notorious J. Edgar Hoover, a man obsessed with maintaining the status quo and quelling any dissent that challenged the established order. Driven by his personal biases and a fear of social upheaval, Hoover initiated a covert campaign to dismantle the movements led by Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., viewing them as threats to the existing power structure. To neutralize these influential leaders, the FBI resorted to a repertoire of devious tactics. Wiretapping and surveillance became routine, violating the privacy and constitutional rights of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Their private conversations, personal relationships, and innermost thoughts were ruthlessly invaded, all in the name of preserving the interests of the ruling elite. The FBI's infiltration strategy extended beyond electronic surveillance. Undercover agents, planted within the inner circles of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., masqueraded as trusted allies. These informants exploited their positions of trust, gathering information, and reporting back to their handlers. Their sole purpose was to sow discord, plant seeds of doubt, and manufacture evidence of wrongdoing, tarnishing the reputation and credibility of the two leaders. As the civil rights movement gained traction and the influence of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. grew, the FBI intensified its efforts to undermine them. The agency skillfully manipulated events, fabricated narratives, and even resorted to blackmail, using alleged affairs and personal vulnerabilities as weapons to fracture their support base. The goal was simple: to silence and dismantle these powerful movements through any means necessary. Despite their ideological differences, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. unknowingly found themselves entangled in the same sinister web of FBI surveillance. Occasional intersections occurred, as both leaders attended events or engaged in conversations that were infiltrated by informants. These connections, however innocuous, would later become fuel for speculation and conspiracy theories, leaving a lingering sense of betrayal and collusion. In the mid-1970s, as public trust in government institutions eroded, courageous investigative reporters, congressional hearings, and whistleblowers finally exposed the FBI's covert operations. The revelations shocked the nation, unveiling the extent of the FBI's abuses of power. The illegal wiretapping, the infiltration of trusted circles, and the calculated attempts to discredit Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. laid bare the ruthless pursuit of control at the expense of justice. The FBI's unflattering spying operations forever tarnished the legacies of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr., casting shadows over their achievements and the broader struggle for civil rights. These revelations serve as a stark reminder of the dangerous convergence of power and unchecked surveillance, reminding us of the importance of safeguarding individual liberties and holding those in authority accountable. The dark chapter of the FBI's espionage on Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. serves as a chilling reminder of the betrayal of trust by those sworn to protect and uphold justice. The story stands as a cautionary tale, emphasizing the dire consequences of unscrupulous surveillance tactics and the urgent need for transparency and oversight in the face of government power. While their legacies endure, forever etched in the annals of history, the unflattering truth of the FBI's betrayal leaves an indelible mark on the struggle for civil rights.